here, and we're in for a treat, right? Let's see how the execution factor comes into play here, because that's the thing. One thing I really want to say also about, having, but I feel like later on they're going to really struggle with the range that Niightmare Esports does have. Another turtle's going to be up. Real world middle-age comes down. They find the first blood here as SoSoul is taken out of the picture, but the return again, Cammy finding a kill here. The return of Cammy on this 1-1. And that's a 1-for-1 trade, but a turtle is secured once again.
Now, so they really need to amp up the pressure, and if they would be able to do that, they might be able to do something about it.
Oh, wow, there's actually quite a bit of damage already, but under the turret they go. Look at the sustain, though, but it's not enough. Crossbow tank does come out, finds a kill. Posen's down. Look at Juviana. Looking for a kill. Can't find it, though. So nice job able to survive. Jasmine also quite low here. And meanwhile, they're still going to work on this turret. They're able to survive. Jasmine did manage to get back to the base. They're still holding on, though, to this tier 1 turret, but it's not going to be for long. The flicker comes. SoSoul. Meanwhile, he's going to get taken out of the picture as well. Yi is gone. Looking for another. Cammy finds a double kill, though. With the real world movement come down, zoning them out just slightly here. But what a bloodbath in the mid lane.
It was indeed a bloodbath, and give it up for the rest of the members of Niightmare Esports. I mean, Pasukan Rahasia held their ground during that specific moment, but there was just too much damage coming in from Cammy and the movement using the Tiger Pace, landing a double kill to the rest of the members, immediately switching out to the top lane because, again, the outer turret from the bot side is already out, so he wants to get more space together with this Jasmine right here. He's fearless, absolutely fearless. Naisu. He's not stopping in with the engages as the rest of the members of Niightmare Esports are just focused to take major objectives in the early stages of the game. So what macro gameplay is being showed here by the side of Niightmare Esports, and they're forcing Pasukan Rahasia to take the attention all on Juviana, man, who's doing a marvelous job of basically just baiting everyone to his attention.
Juviana's just doing Uranus things, right? He's just chilling in the lane, getting the pressure. But again, this is the thing that I was saying, right? Cammy, if he can have a much better game, then he's able to do exactly what he wants to do. The thing is, Cammy has just had a hard time with the previous games where he hasn't really been able to, have that kind of easy farming life, which all gold laners and marksmen want, right? But now he's had it. He's also got 4 kills on top of that. So he's sitting really comfortably here. And now look at this mid lane. They're going to put the pressure here back. Should be fine, has plenty of health and sustain, but it should be another turret once again going in favor of Niightmare Esports. And this is a great moment for them. Like I said, they need this win. Big pickup here also coming up from Soul. That Ice Queen Wand's going to really help slow Pasukan Rahasia down so that Cammy can actually continue this joyride he's having on the 1-1 right now.
Yup, that is an absolutely beautiful clear coming in from the outer turrets and inner from the top and the middle, because the Lord is about to spawn in a while, in less than 10 seconds. So they are clearing house or cleaning house over here, just making sure that there is no entry point for the side of Pasukan Rahasia, wherein if they force a team fight for the rest of the members of the Malaysian squad, there will be no safe space for them. But SoSoul, though, using the black shoes to be able to escape, and that is a good sign for the guy. Although he already popped off his ultimate, but still, it was just another one of their misdirection plays as it is. The side of Niightmare Esports logging in that one once again, but interestingly, so it's Cammy locking in that Sea Halberd for the sustain coming in from back F and Mali to hopefully increase the damage that would be given by that 1-1.
Well, I mean, yeah, like that's exactly what we want to do when there's an Estes across from you, right? You want to build those items that kind of help reduce that healing, the sustainability coming out from Estes alone. So they're already equipped well. Plus they had Dominance Ice earlier, right? So now Cammy picking that up really does help that whole kind of goal. They have the Lord marching in the top lane. They're managing the lanes as best they can, meanwhile waiting here for that. Now, can Pasukan Rahasia actually defend against the siege that's going to be coming, as Cammy is even looking to set up here? Again, they could be looking to give the go signal here as the Mountain Shocker does come down, provides that vision, turret is going to be focused on. Lord's still going to be marching up in the top. They're going to force back here. They're doing a great job of defending so far. Meanwhile, Sonic going to clear the bottom lane. Lord now in the top. Here comes the Numenor Blast. The flicker comes in too. They don't find anyone just yet. The turret's still going to be up here. Cammy takes quite a bit of damage. Nice zoning coming out from the real world manipulation, and a great defense coming out from Pasukan Rahasia so far. Can they continue it on? Mid turret's going to be worked on here. Are they going to be able to crack open the base? It's still up though. They actually can't connect. They can't get the turret down. Pasukan Rahasia defending out of their minds.
Man, they had one inhibitor down, but the important thing is everything else is still intact. We were kind of expecting for the rest of Niightmare Esports just to be able to bulldoze their way to the base for the rest of the members of Pasukan Rahasia, but it wasn't the allocation of members, right? They had someone to cook, they had someone to clean the dishes, and right now they were able to clean the house and prevent Niightmare Esports from invading their territory. And there's still hope for the side of Pasukan Rahasia because technically this is a marksman jungler, so it's gonna absolutely hurt in the later parts of the game given that we are only in 4-2, but there's just a massive lead in terms of the kills in the real world.
Real World comes down. Jasmine could be in a bad spot here. He does finally get taken out here. Look at the collapse on the top, though. Too easy for Lexi, trying to push them back. Can they find a connection? Meanwhile, Cammy working his way up. Pops the crossbow of Tang. Only one member is down for Pasukan Rahasia. It's a 1-for-1 trade right now. The turret finally goes down in the mid lane. Cammy picking up that malefic roar, pumping out the damage quite a bit, but actually the return damage coming out from Pasukan Rahasia is also needs to be respected. With Lord coming up in a couple seconds, they definitely want to reset this and be careful about their next steps.
I love the counter engage coming in from Niightmare Esports because it was indeed Pasukan Rahasia that led that one by Pozan using the real world manipulation, and because of that the initiation start, but unfortunately it was Jasmine unable to use that specific ultimate skill, which is the Numenor Blast. But meanwhile, on the other hand, it is actually the Lord being taken out once again without the rest of the members of Pasukan Rahasia knowing. And why? You ask, it's because of Juviana and the rest of the members in, but hold on.
Oh, they're going to get caught here, but look at Soso going from the back. That's going to be a kill now. Juviana's taken out. Jasmine, too. They find 2 so far. Meanwhile, the rest of Pasukan Rahasia alive. Meanwhile, the Lord charged up and beefed up, going to be marching into the mid lane. But Niightmare Esports is down 2 members. Juviana was a little bit confident there, right? He was able to kind of sustain some of that damage, but ends up eventually going down. So this should be a Lord cleared here. They want to do their best to hold on to this last turret of their base, that tier 3 on the bottom lane. As they continue to farm up, they really need to just buy even just a little bit more time, a couple more minutes here to match that itemization, because Niightmare Esports, I mean, look at the gold lead, right? They're about 12k gold ahead. And right now, I mean, if you consider that gold lead, you got to give it up to Pasukan Rahasia for actually defending here against that lead.
Yup, I was about to say, man, like, Sonic, you don't really get to see a Yi Sun Shin farming up this very well in the later parts of the game. But just because of that 113 KDA, he and the rest of the gang from Pasukan Rahasia was able to bring down that Uranus. That gives a glimmer of hope for the rest of the members in, because we already determined that Juviana was absolutely confident in trying to get in, even inside the base and the turret at the same time all together. But still, it wasn't enough, which is why Juviana will be building through with that immortality to hopefully extend his life during team fights. But at the same time, it is going to be the Mountain Shocker helping them to determine where the rest of the members of Niightmare Esports will be coming from. And at the same time, it's Pasukan Rahasia back at it from the defense. They're just simply desperate into trying to get the objectives, because it's really going to be needed by Sonic at this point.
Again, this is what I'm wondering, you know, in terms of the draft, right? Like, you struggle a little bit by not having that traditional, like, marksman gold lane, right? Yes, you could say YSS is a marksman in his own right, but not like a 1-1, right? So we'll have to see if they can actually capitalize on that. Soso taking quite a bit of damage here, actually able to force the real world manipulation, didn't even have to pop the black shoes himself. So Hozan is down that. If they actually decide to give the go on the Lord in about 10 seconds, they're down a crucial ultimate ability unless it comes up in the midst of it, if they're able to drag it out, stall it out. But you can already see Niightmare Esports looking to make sure that that doesn't happen, as they're going to go ahead and set up in position. Juviana doing what he does best, but doesn't want to be as kind of crazy to go down exactly. But Lord already less than half health here. It's going to be focused on. I'm not sure if Pasukan Rahasia can actually contest this one. It's still going to be oh my goodness. Yes goes down here. Lord still up. They're actually going to just reset it, forcing Pasukan Rahasia back. Now back's going to be the focus. He's in a bad position right here as 3 members all around him. And look at that. Unstoppable Cammy. Crossbow of Tang finds another as 4 fall for Pasukan Rahasia. And that's going to be it. Niightmare Esports is going to take their first win of the day against Pasukan Rahasia.
That...
Pops the falling star mode. That is the curse burst na meron si Zia. Meanwhile, ginat-ngert si Edward. Sino pa ba? Si Mo Bazin. Both of them